Hey everybody, my name is Phil.
I'm Erica.
And today we're watching Ted Lasso, Season 3, Episode 10. Let's dive in.
Now, the hottest team in the country is clearly Richmond on a 10-game winning streak on the back of some truly inspired play by Sam Obisanya.
Jeff, you have to think Sam Obisanya will make his Nigeria debut or the world's gone truly mad.
The mysterious managerial vacancy at West Ham United. The club is suddenly part
Wow.
of Nathan Shelley.
Whoa, they really
It's a
moved this
shocker,
along.
Jeff. They were having a great season.
Yeah, but look, Nate Shelley isn't the reason West Ham are in second place.
Anywho, we want to say good night and good luck to the fellas on our squad that have been chosen to represent their home country next week. Coach, who are we talking about?
Just up the way at Wembley, making his debut for England, Jamie Thomas.
Hey.
Wow.
Taking the plane to Toronto. Played goal for Canada, Van Dam.
Really?
Okay.
Who are they playing?
Going up against Mexico and Danny Rojas.
Let's go. CONCACAF?
I mean, Canada's good.
Yeah, that's true.
And repping Wales, Colin Hughes.
Oh, Wales.
It's Welsh.
That it?
That's it.
Oh.
Okay. All
Think
right,
that guy holds a grudge?
let's go ahead and
Remember?
wish our friends safe
True.
travels and Godspeed.
Oi, 24. They fucked you, man, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Hey, congrats to you, though.
That's a big deal. Making the England squad?
Yeah, of course. So you're telling me it only shows up once a month? And it never skips a month?
Only if you're pregnant.
Well, shoot. I gotta check out this wine delivery service. Sounds like a real
That's funny.
Did you hear about
That's
Nathan?
funny.
I did.
Edwin Akufu's back in town.
Oh, what now?
That's why.
Apparently, he's sniffing around about trying to create a super league of some sort.
Gosh.
Wasn't he trying to do that before?
Well, Rebecca, I am the director of football operations.
This is not good.
I'm sorry. Why is it so bad that a billionaire wants to put together a bunch of superheroes to fight crime?
Ted, you're thinking of the Justice League.
Ah, dang it. Yeah, I am.
Super League is when the world's biggest and wealthiest teams decide to compete against each other.
So not only would David never get to face Goliath, the Davids could cease to exist altogether.
Wow.
Am I an idiot?
Sometimes, yes.
Oh, you left.
I meant for quitting my job.
Let's go.
Wow.
Do you wish you hadn't? Then there's your answer.
It's your move now, though.
I mean, he must be sought after. Maybe at least for the next season or something, if someone gets fired or something. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
He's obviously good at what he did. For sure he can get a job anywhere in the world, I think.
But he didn't even have like a full season of work on his resume. Oh shoot, should he take away investment? No. She...
You are the nicest boss I've ever had.
Wait, I'm sorry, you haven't spoken with Jack?
I haven't heard from Jack in weeks.
But she emailed me last night to say that she was going to reach out and tell you.
Tell me what, Barbara?
They're shutting down KJPR.
That's so low.
What? When?
Oh, well, don't worry, we've got plenty of time.
End of the
We
day.
don't have to be out till
Oh.
Friday.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, I suppose that is quite soon, isn't it? Especially if you didn't get the email last night.
How did I not think about that? I didn't think she'd stoop that low.
Hey, Sam. Hey, look, I know this week ain't been easy on you. But don't forget, even the great Michael Jordan himself didn't make his high school varsity basketball team.
Yes, Coach.
Keep your head up. Be a goldfish, all right?
You didn't think he'd know details.
Oh.
Close.
So sorry about the national team.
Oh, well, you know, I guess I could have worked harder. Thank you, Rebecca. Oh.
See you.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh.
Who let him in?
I know.
Where's the hotmail I gave you?
What do you want?
To invite you to this meeting for the Akufo League.
Why?
I wanted to extend an olive branch, and I think it's important that you're part of this.
What happened with Nathan Shelley?
Some people just aren't ready when they get their shot.
Boy.
Fee told me that Uncle's Day is her favourite holiday of the year.
Is this his sister?
Yeah, seriously. It was Uncle's Day, Uncle Roy's birthday, and then Purtenlaufen, the German holiday where people dress up as evil spirits and roam the streets in order to scare winter away.
No, it's my mum's.
All right. Hey, how you doing? You all right? Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, it's okay. You can just sit down next to Uncle Roy.
Hello, Uncle Roy.
What the fuck is he doing?
I had to invite your best friend.
He's not my best friend.
So who's your best friend, Jamie?
Probably Isaac.
Fuck off. That's pound, Uncle Roy.
Bill me.
It's your original England kit from the 2014 World Cup. Your name's on the back and everything.
Oh, wow.
I got him to change the E to a U.
Yeah, you owe me £1, Jamie.
I didn't say nothing.
No, but you made me think it, and that's basically the same thing.
We're wrapping up.
Is it his birthday? Or is it?
Uncle Day. Maybe, I don't know.
I made it at school.
Aww.
Look how to spell your name. Red, orange, yellow. Roy.
Oh my goodness.
She's been very excited to give it to you.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I fucking love it.
Pound.
It's worth it.
Thank you.
Your sister is fit.
I will cut your eyes out.
Hey, yo! Look who it is! It is Pinky Dick.
You did all that?
Oh, sorry, I mean Sam. Of course, you remember Francis?
Mr. Okufo found a tiny piece of glass in his food. I assume our meal will be complimentary.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Good man. It is nice to put a name to such an ugly, horrible face.
Yes, I was so sad to hear that you were not selected for Nigeria's national team. But I was happy to hear that the Nigerian government was pleased to accept a free $20 million check from me
Knew it.
to keep you off the team. I will never stop, you Nigerian turd. Never.
Stop right there.
Sorry.
Nathan?
Yeah. Never mind, officer. My son is home.
You moved the key. Jesus Christ.
I don't want to be part of the Akufu League.
Oh, why? Because he's an emotionally erratic billionaire with the temperament of one of those kids in Willy Wonka that gets murdered at the chocolate factory.
I don't think that's what happens, Leslie.
I hate to break it to you, Rebecca, but those children are dead.
I think the only reason Rupert has invited me in is because I'm a woman and it'll make them look good.
Who cares why Rupert invited you? You've got a seat at the table. So go and see what's what.
Is this your place, maybe?
Little over 40 years.
Wow. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, though, right? Being a boss.
It has its moments. But for some, it's better to follow your gut than pretend to be excited by following someone else's. Once you make it to the top of the mountain, what's left for you but lightning?
It's a tough game, but there's a begrudging mutual respect between the two teams. Eh? Oh, they go together like nachos and poutine. Now you may be hungry.
So Canadian.
Oh, Mexico gains possession.
Here we go.
I just realized.
Face to face with
Oh.
What? That was on purpose.
Oh.
Oh.
Is it time difference?
Blood, for gosh sakes.
London?
Apologize for the
Okay, it's not too close. I like to watch it again. Do they clear their message history every time they chat?
I knew you were gonna comment on that.
Hey. Twins.
Their power stance? What is this?
Something like that. I guess. It worked, I guess.
Do what you gotta do.
That worked.
It's Coach Kent.
That is her.
Hello, Miss Bowen.
Oh, you don't have to call me Miss Bowen. You can use my first name.
Okay.
I like your t-shirt. You have to protest the Vietnam War.
Baby made it for me.
Ah. You look different.
Well, yeah. I don't normally dress like a fucking
I don't mean the t-shirt, I mean you. You seem lighter than the last time I saw you. Less stuck.
Interesting
Are
comments.
you
She's
flirting with me? Last time I saw you.
I teach kids who don't mind cleaning up a mess. I just hope that mess didn't cause too much damage.
He was with Keely at the time.
Mm-hmm. What is she talking about?
Did you realize?
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I don't know. I don't even understand what she said.
Well, I might clean up a mess.
Oh, boys club.
Hello, Rebecca.
Ah, Rupert.
Thank you for accepting my invitation.
How could I resist the chance of having a bunch of old men speak directly to my chest?
Miss Brett, Rebecca Welton. Rebecca, this is my assistant, Miss Brett.
Nice to meet you. Excuse me.
She's not like the typical person you would hire.
Your assistant.
True.
Yeah.
What happened to the corporate pixie dream girl?
Oh,
yeah.
Dramatic.
Yes. I'm very glad that you are here. It's nice to not be the only minority in the room, eh? Gentlemen and lady, I'm sure you're all very anxious to get started. But as my father would say, never talk business on an empty stomach. So,
I like that.
please, take your seats and let us enjoy some delicious Ghanaian bites, as well as some Chicago-style hot dogs, as enjoyed by the likes of Scottie Pippen, Obama, and Ferris Bueller. Please.
Interesting, he went with
Sit down,
Scottie
sit down,
Pippen.
sit down.
We're miles apart, but safe in dreams. You're running far.
Wow. Kids won't ever experience this, huh? This is such an activity for us growing up.
Going through photo albums.
That looked like this, and the placement of the photos was so weird.
Okay, gentlemen and one woman, I invited you here to tell you about the Ekufuor League. Yes, the fans will protest. They will whine. They will make up mean-spirited but admittedly clever parody songs using our sad names and sing them outside the buildings that we own. But in time, they will come to embrace the superior products, just as we have all embraced the automobile. Francis will pass out the projections for the first 5 years. Please, take a moment to peruse.
How do you have projections? You don't even know which teams are a part of this. This episode feels so different.
Yeah, it does.
Like every storyline and how it's shot is just very different from the rest of the show.
Is this a fucking joke?
Oh.
Whoa.
Excuse me?
Crazy, guys.
Whoa.
Why would you ever consider taking something away from people that means so much to them? This isn't a game. Football isn't just a game.
England dominating, no surprise.
It's one of those amazing things in life that can make you feel shit one moment.
You'd expect Southgate to be looking at his bench right now, and we'll allow a substitution. AFC Richmond's Jamie Tarr winning his first cap for England. An unforgettable moment and well earned.
And then, like it's Christmas morning the next.
What do you do?
You got in.
Well, why was he?
It has the ability
he
to
didn't,
make heroes
No,
and
he
villains
wore his
out
number.
of ordinary men. I knew this little boy, working class, from Richmond. He loved football so much. He used to sneak into the matches because his family just couldn't afford the tickets. But that little boy stood up, smiled, kicked the security guard in the bollocks and ran away. Until 25 years later, when he walked in and bought the entire club. And on his first day as owner, he went and found that same security guard and gave him a pay rise without any explanation.
Wow.
Just because we own these teams doesn't mean they belong to us.
Isn't that exactly what
And
Ted
I
said earlier?
Don't want
He's
to be
like,
part of something that
this
could
is their team.
possibly
We're just
destroy
borrowing
this beautiful game.
What a lovely speech. Now, who wants to make a lot of money? Eh?
Oh, wow.
I don't understand. They threw the food at them?
Well, yeah. The other guy did. Or probably, like, just, like, upset that no one wants to be a part of it.
You were given opportunities I never had. And so I expected a lot from you.
Well, it scared the shit out of me.
I know that now. And I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I didn't know how to parent a genius. You've always seen things other people couldn't. And that's a blessing. But you're right. I pushed you to be the best at everything, even the violin. Because I thought that's what I had to do. I thought that's what you wanted.
I just like playing.
Nathan, be successful. Don't be successful. I never cared about any of that. I just want my son to be happy.
Hey,
This is weird.
remember when we both snuck into a Richmond game together?
Rupert.
Oh, what a sad man. He's sad, a sad man.
Akufo, I'm in.
I guess he realized.
What are you doing
Jesus fucking Christ.
You in colour.
What are you doing here?
I live here.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the day.
I still can't read your handwriting.
Did he only write in like a quarter of the... What?
I was stuck in my own shit. And I didn't want to cause you any harm with it, so I pulled away. You are, and always will be, Keely fucking Jones. And if I ever did anything at all, that made you feel like that wasn't true, I'm so sorry. Sincerely yours, Roy Kent, XOXO.
Jack?
Jamie?
Have you been shot? I just convinced a room full of Rupert's dickhead friends to pull out of the Akufu League.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's very good.
Oh yes! Oh, I'm so proud of you!
Oh, even though I don't totally get it.
Thank you.
Well, they are idiots because you, Keely Jones, are a bloody marvel.
How much money are they putting in?
No. I'm not letting you do that. It's a lot.
Oh, shut up. My money, my choice. Come on, tell me.
Wow.
Are you joking?
I told you.
I think I have that much money on me in cash.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What?
Rupert tried to kiss me.
What? Did your lips touch?
No, I pulled back straight away.
That's huge. Jesus, can you imagine if you fell for it and you got back with Rupert? After all that floppy cock has done, you'd have to be insane.
Yeah, she did start walking towards him.
Oh, you didn't
Your
get that?
emotional barrel to do something that dumb, right?
And she went back. Everything's done?
Yeah, who did this?
You didn't do this? Did Nate do this?
Jeez. Yeah, he was terrible to him in that last season.
Yeah.
Done did me doubt, done did me no.
Just put it back up.
Oh.
Morning, boss.
Ah, good morning, Ted.
Oh, that's cool. Did you draw that?
No, Ted, that's David.
Oh, that's a very talented little boy. There you go.
I've realised I no longer care if I beat Rupert.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I still want to win. But for all of us, for Richmond.
I want to win for us, too.
That felt intentional. Oh.
It feels like a ceremonial at this point.
Hey, as long as none of that tree piss gets in my mouth, I'm actually okay with it.
Wow.
I mean, this kind of felt like a finale. The way that they were, like,
Oh, man.
putting things together. And that's how they ended the first season.
Things feel more settled at the end of this.
I know.
Which makes me feel unsettled.
Why? Because it might be
It
ending?
feels like it's nearing an end. Like, there was so much that went on in the beginning and how they, like, ended it or closed it up feels like they tied very loose ends.
Mm.
Big ones being Keely, Nate, and Rebecca.
But
Is there anyone else?
Roy, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a big theme seemed to be like new beginnings. Just kind of like they all experienced something and also all had a realization of something by the end of this. I thought it was cool, like with Nate, Keely, and Sam, they all experienced something like pretty painful, or like they lost out on something or lost something, and they all had their own way of coping. Like Nate, very typical, like of people like just shut down, didn't want to interact with people. Keely, she sought advice from May, but and then Sam, he kind of took a bit of a higher road, like when he was confronted with people and like with Akufo. He was just very You know, he didn't lash out. He didn't do any of that. He just kind of...
It's a classy guy.
Yeah. So it was like, it's cool how they showed like those different approaches to that kind of pain. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of... Eventually, when they made it out of it, all of them had some sort of really cool realization I mean, it sets up some interesting storylines if it does continue. Like, I really don't know if this is the ending or not. I don't think so, but
no,
they definitely did do a good job of kind of settling things, like you said.
Kind of. Not like fully closing the loop, but like,
yeah.
You know how at the end of previous episodes, it's like, oh, you kind of wonder what's going to happen in the next one. I still kind of wonder what's going to happen with Nate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like where he goes from here.
Ted, I still have no idea what's going on with him.
Yeah, but like Keely and Roy, that seems like, okay, they're going to be together now. Rebecca, just like, that's tremendous growth.
Yeah.
To not care, I feel like that must be so liberating for her now.
Mm-hmm.
Enough to put that Hockney, the kid's drawing back onto the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was that she didn't associate with him anymore. I was like, this is intrinsically, like, it has its own value.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess there's still the loose end of, like, the psychic and all that.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
And they did hint kind of like a thing
At
with
Ted?
Sam.
Oh, with Sam, yeah.
I don't think with Ted. Yeah, with Sam. Like, that was weird. Like, oddly familiar. Yeah. What else?
I don't know. The stuff with Nate and his dad.
Yeah.
Was really nice.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's been present since season 1.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like him trying to get his dad's approval, doing things to impress him, getting the nice table at Taste of Athens just to impress him.
I mean, that's a very powerful scene. Like, I was very like, what? Like, this came out of nowhere. But at the same time, it was a little frustrating for me that it kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. Like, there wasn't really any character development that you see in his dad to get there. I think it was just, it hit him so hard to see Nathan so depressed.
Yeah.
That, like, wow, all I really actually cared about was to see my son happy. But I feel like if I were Nate, I'd be, I don't know. I feel like I'd be a little, well, obviously he does resent his dad for a lot of the things he said, but like to later on hear that like, what? Like the whole time I was scared and you don't even care if I was to be successful or not.
Well, I mean, I kind of get it because like from what we've seen in their previous interactions, Nate was always putting on an act.
Mm-hmm.
He was either really trying to impress him or he was kind of the cocky version of himself when he was with West Ham. So it's like the dad doesn't know that he's hurting. Like this is the first time over an extended period of time that he sees that like this is actually what he's feeling. So I don't think he had the chance to kind of put it together that he was sad and he didn't care whether or not he was successful or unsuccessful because Nate was just being Nate. Like he was like doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when he's finally showing that, then he can kind of like maybe he's always felt that way, but he's never had that opportunity to tell him that. I don't know,
but I also feel like in like those previous episodes, his dad was very like he didn't seem very impressed. I'm just saying that like in Nate's shoes, it's like he tried so hard to impress his dad, and then now to hear like, oh, he actually didn't care.
Mm.
I feel like I'd be pissed. Like, why did I try so hard to? I don't know, but
but
at the same time, like Nate, obviously, the things that his dad would say to him gave off that impression that he wanted him to be the best that he could be, but all he needed was just to know that like his dad loved him and just wanted him to be happy. And
at the end of the day, it's a communication thing, right? Like Nate was operating off of his assumptions of what his dad wanted. Yeah. His dad was operating off of like assumptions that Nate was really just doing what he wanted to do on his own. So it's like, you know, if you're both kind of assuming that, it seems like everything's okay. And I feel like that's just really telling of a lot of relationships.
What do you mean? It seems like everything's okay.
If Nate is trying to impress his dad because he feels like that's what his dad wants, then Nate in his mind is doing what he thinks is the right thing to do in those moments. And the same goes the other way. If his dad believes that what Nate really wants to be doing is, being fancy and trying all these things, then who is he to be like do something different? Like I'm not trying to like he wasn't trying to be heavy-handed with that. He's like, okay, he's letting you be you, but like you're both not
Didn't realize that that's not actually who.
exactly.
Nate
So like you
wanted
both
to
think that things are okay because you're trying to like make way for the other person's feelings without actually communicating or asking, is this what you want? Right? So it's like you both lose out. And it was an emotional thing for him, like his dad.
Yeah.
Like after like he finally said that, and I got kind of emotional when they were playing cards, because they trained so much of the camera on Nate looking at his dad, and just how much he was just like a son at that moment, like just so happy. And I don't know, I kept thinking about our son and how he looks at me. It's nice. It's like really, it's a powerful thing, or it's like so simple. Like they were doing like the simplest thing, sitting around the table playing the game, and like he just like you can't replace that kind of look. It's crazy. So it was really I love that they gave it time on camera, like a lot of time, because it's impactful. I think that kind of highlights what really matters. Yeah.
That's sweet.
But yeah,
the Rebecca speech. That was good. The whole like looking at like seeing herself as a child and then seeing the men as children. That's interesting.
There's a lot of different
approach to this.
I feel like this Ted Lasso, like the show, does a really good job of using stories to prove a point or make a point. Like whenever one of the characters is going to like make a profound point, they don't just say it, they do it in the story. Like she told the story about Rupert getting knocked out, and other characters have done this in the past, but like I think that they do such a great job of that. Other shows and other like things I've seen, a lot of those speeches and those soliloquies kind of just get boring. But they do such a good job of like actually making it relevant and worthwhile. And I think it's a really huge positive of the show. The power of their storytelling.
For sure. Do you think Rupert's changing?
No.
Okay. Because his assistant was very different.
Yeah.
And he seemed actually sincere about inviting Rebecca, and he seemed sincere about recalling that memory of the story that Rebecca recounted. I don't know. And you tried to kiss her. Like, he didn't seem like the usual cocky, his cocky self is what I got.
Yeah.
No, except for when he was in her office and was like being like that. But
yeah, I don't know. That thought crossed my mind too, especially like when he showed his new secretary or his new assistant. I don't know. I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that could have just been like a hire that he needed somebody.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. There's not enough that I've seen to say that things have changed, especially from the last episode.
Not like change, like complete change
or
of
even
heart,
that,
but like
that things
some
are moving.
kind of development.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this show does a really good job of actually showing the steps instead of just
being
having
very intentional about it. Yeah. I don't know. That could have been intentional. That's random. Like to have a different assistant. Like I don't think the show would have done that randomly.
I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Was there anything else that we talk about the international play? I don't know. Maybe that was just like a nice side story for like comedic relief throughout the throughout the episode.
To kind of tackle the bigger character stuff, developments that went on here.
Yeah.
Because I don't really see how. I'm sure there are other ways that they could have written things, but the things that we got to see in this episode, I feel like would be tough to do in the usual like format of their shows, where like it is kind of based around like a big game or like the league in itself.
There had to be some sort of break.
Yeah, to do all this.
Yeah. And Jamie, I don't know, he's becoming a bit of a leader, or more of a leader now, because it's not just what he does on the field, it's what he does in the locker room and the emotional support that he gives. And him wearing the number was really nice. Him giving the sentimental gift to Roy. Like, all of those things matter in terms of developing as a leader and someone that people in the locker room respect. So, yeah, he's definitely developing as well. So it'll be interesting to see how everybody's storylines kind of, come together. And they're rolling right now too as a team. So everything is pretty positive for Richmond. So you have to wonder what kind of things would happen. But I mean, I think they said it right at the end, right? Rebecca wants to win.
Yeah.
They're at the top of the table right now. See what happens.
Well.
It'd be too storybook if they won in their first year that they were promoted, but we'll see.
I mean, that's kind of Ted Lasso, though. That's kind of the show.
It's never been.
What do you mean?
Like the ending of the first season, they got relegated.
Oh no, I know, but I mean, like, for things to end well, or like, I feel like they do a lot of, like, yes, there's some parts of the show that's like realistic, and other times it's like the ideal scenario.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Kind of thing.
But I think they've been pretty realistic in terms of what happens on the field.
Oh, on the field, yeah.
Yeah, everything else is kind of like,
yeah,
it's like the ideal scenario for someone to go through that kind of pain, but they have so many people around, like that kind of stuff. But, yeah. Cool. All right. Anything else you want to say about this episode?
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely more.
Always.
But it's cool just how they had Nate play the violin throughout that whole powerful scene. It's like, wow, just like how it all kind of tied together, like what they're all going through.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, no, that was a really cool scene. Just kind of the back and forth there. And then even the violin had a piece to play in the next scene. Like, it was a nice bridge towards the next, like, emotional scene.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, it was brilliant. Like, you mentioned it during the show, like, it was directed brilliantly. So, yeah, another episode that just felt very different from the rest. Like, I think we mentioned this before, like, all of these episodes seem to be done very, very differently, very intentionally, but it still feels like the same show. So that's really cool. I like when shows do that.
Yeah, and that they can do that, and it's so seamless.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we're almost there, which sucks, but it has been super, super well done, and having a great time with it. So hopefully you're having a great time too. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.